Hey y'all, welcome back to another Malave Beauty makeup tutorial. Today's video is going to be on a Valentine's Day look. This look right here using the new Anastasia Beverly Hills AMREZY Palette. This is the palette right here that I'll be using to create this look. This palette is retail for $49. It is so beautiful, all full of glitter all around. You get 16 eyeshadows. It is typically a little bigger than your original Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. That's why it costs a little bit more. But look at this palette, guys. This is so pretty. It has these shades of pink, now perfect for Valentine's Day. I cannot wait to dig into this blue right here. If you would like to see me create this Valentine's Day look, then keep on watching. But before you do, don't forget to hit the subscribe button because you know your girl needs some more followers, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Follow me on Instagram. I'm Malave Beauty. I'll leave it somewhere displayed right here, or check down in your description box below. And let's get to it. Good morning, mi gente. Good morning, everyone. I'm currently editing this video the next day of me actually filming this. So we're going to jump straight into this video. I'm going to start priming my lids with the Urban Decay Naked concealer. And this one is in the shade 30 and Y. We're gonna prep them lids so we can start getting ready to create this Valentine's Day look for you guys. You guys don't understand how beautiful this Anastasia Beverly Hills AMREZY palette is. You guys are gonna see in a minute. So after it took me almost like 20 years to blend that concealer out, literally, I'm going to take the Rimmel London Stay Matte Pressed Powder, and this one is in the color 020 Nude Beige, and I'm going to set that concealer so everything can blend nicely and smooth. So the first shade I'm going to use in this palette, it's called OG, and I'm going to use the JH35 brush from Morphe and Jacqueline, and I'm going to take that OG shade and sweep it in the crease. I want to use that color as a transition color, so when I go in with that darker color that I'm going to use in a minute, it will help me blend that darker color out and everything can just look smooth. I don't know if you guys can notice, but I'm actually taking the brush, and after applying that OG shade, I'm kind of sweeping it towards the outer parts, creating kind of a V shape. I want, after I apply that darker color that I will in a minute, it actually can just go straight as shaping it as a V. I am going to cut the crease just a bit, so I'll show you guys what I'm talking about in a minute. So now I'm going to pick this shade. It's called Semsa. It's like a purpley shade. And I'm going to place this on the crease just with a smaller, precise brush. I'm actually using the JH40 brush as well from the Morphe and Jacqueline collection. But with this brush, what it does is that it's closer to the eye socket, so you can get more of a detailed application, and it's just going to be more into the eye socket. Unlike with the other brush that was a little bit bigger and fluffier, it will go a little bit up the crease, but with this one it was just stay right there on the eye socket. And what I'm doing is basically the same thing that I did with OG. I am applying it, doing more of a window swiping motions, going back and forth, also dragging this color towards the outer part where the tail of the eyebrows are at. As I said, what I did with OG, just creating more of that V shape. So I'm just going to be applying this color, blending it out with the JH35 brush, and then reapplying and keep blending that out until I am satisfied with the color. So what you guys see me doing here is basically taking the JH35 brush and just blending everything out. You want to make sure that that color OG and Semsa is nice and blended and there's no line in between that divide the two shades. Just making sure everything is blended. Blending is key to a perfect eye look, any eye look. Just blend, and make sure everything is nice and blended. So going back in with that Urban Decay concealer, I'm going to apply that on the eyelid. I'm going to somewhat cut the crease. When I say I somewhat cut the crease, what I mean is I'm not going really for like a sharp cut crease line. I'm going to somewhat stop where the eye socket starts. I'm not really going to drag it towards where that Semsa color is at because I still want that color to peek through. The only mistake that I did do was apply concealer on the other side because the Urban Decay concealer does dry up very quickly. But you guys will see me kind of struggle with the second eye. That's a mistake that I did do. So have a consideration that if you are going to cut the crease in general, take your time with each eye because concealers can tend to dry up quicker. So I didn't realize that my camera was out of focus, but you guys can see it now. I did kind of struggle a little bit with this eye. I had to drag the concealer just a quite bit just because it did dry out a lot. So like I said, with this eye, I had to just work a little more quicker because the concealer was already drying. And yes, guys, I did realize I did apply concealer a little bit too above. I'm still trying to master my cut crease. But like I said, this cut crease is not really sharp. It's just covering the eyelid in general. And I'm going back in with that JH40 brush and I'm just reapplying Semsa on the eye socket just because it did fade a little bit and I wanted it a little bit more intense and darker. So that's why you guys see me here reapplying everything because with the concealer I felt like it faded a little bit. Now I'm going to apply the start of this look. I was so stunned away with this eyeshadow. This one is Barb's. I think this was one of my best eyeshadows that I did apply on my eyes. I loved how it looked at the end of the look. What I did do, because I did wanted to see the pigmentation without me applying any setting spray onto the brush, is that I did apply it directly without any setting spray. That was my mistake because there was some quite fallout. It is glittery, so I did get glitter all over my eye. So you guys will see that I will reach out for my setting spray later on into the video and I will spray my brush, but the pigmentation without the setting spray is phenomenal. So as you guys can see me doing here, I'm just patting this Barb's shade onto the lid because I did see that I had some quite fallout and I didn't want to get more glitter than I already had on my face. So a little suggestion, do not make the mistake that I did of applying Barb's directly onto your eyelid without applying any setting spray onto the brush because you will get some fallout. So the next shade that I am picking up, it is called Wasted, because we ain't wasting no time today. I'm going to apply that on the brow bone as a brow bone highlight. It is a very light shade of pink. I think it was perfect to put as a brow bone highlight. So I am taking a makeup wipe and just wiping off any of that glitter that Barb's left on my face. So we can move on to curling up the lashes. I'm going a little bit too fast here, but yeah, I'm going to curl up the lashes and prep them to apply some falsies. Giving the eyelashes a quick coat of mascara. I think I use Bobbi Brown mascara. I'm not really sure. If anything, check your description down below, and I will leave every detail of the products that I did not mention down below. Okay, so we're back. I applied the Ardell Naked Lashes. These are some new lashes that Ardell came out with and I picked up at my local drugstore. I'm picking the shade Cupcake. It is this beautiful purpley shimmery eyeshadow, and I'm going to apply the eyeshadow in the inner corners of the eye. I wanted a little bit of a pop of color, so you already know we're going for this Valentine's Day vibe. So why not apply some shimmer into the inner corner to like make this eye look pop even more. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm dragging it a little bit into the waterline, just a quite bit. So I'm picking up this cream gel liner from ColourPop, and it's like a creamy beigey eyeliner. I'm going to apply that on my waterline because we need to stay awake and look awake for our Valentine's date. You already know how that is. We have to look snatched awake because that's our day to shine. Now, let me stop. But yeah, I'm going to apply that on my waterline. And what it does is going to help for our eyes to look more bigger and awake. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. So I'm picking up this darker plummy shade, and it's called Yogo. It's like somewhat brownish with a hint of purple, and I'm going to apply that with a small defined brush. I don't know what brush is this. It doesn't have a name, but if I can find a similar one, I'll leave it down in the description box below. And I'm going to apply that as close as possible to the waterline. I'm going to create somewhat of like a line effect, and I'm going to drag it just a little bit to smoke it out. So I'm going back in with the Shea Simsa, and I'm taking this JH43 brush. It's like this flat liner brush, and I'm going to stamp that color literally right underneath of Yogo. And then later on, you're going to see me, I'm going to kind of blend it out with the brush just a little bit before I go in with the shade OG and make sure everything is nice and blended. So going back in with that JH40 brush, that little defined fluffy brush, and I'm going to pick up OG like I said before, blend that color right underneath Samsa and Yomo, and making sure everything is nice, seamless, blended to perfection. So I decided to finish this Valentine's Day look for you guys using the NYX lip liner in the shade Rose. I'm just going to shade in my entire lips with the liner, and then I'm going to go in with a gloss from Morphe. Alright guys, so this is the final look using the Anastasia Beverly Hills AMREZY Palette, and I am so obsessed with this look. I've used a couple of the shades that are in the palette. I try incorporating as much color as I can on my lid, and I can say this shade right here, Barb's, oh my god, is so beautiful. Is what I have all over the lid, and out of all the shades that I used, I didn't use all of them, but the ones that I did use, Barb's is my favorite. It's like this metallic, shimmery eyeshadow where depending on where you move, different colors of glitter. It is stunning. I am obsessed with this look. It is definitely wear for Valentine's Day. It is really stunning. I decided to just go all pink, something that I don't typically do because I am not into pink, but these shades are beautiful. I'm thinking about doing another video creating a different look with this palette. Let me know if that's something that you guys would want. Give this video a thumbs up if that's something that you guys would like for me to film. And yes, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.